Almost all the advanced nations in the world have sedition laws, and they are in place. Yes, they have been tweaked, modified over a period of time, but they haven't been scrapped absolutely. They have not been. Yesterday, the Indian Supreme Court questioned the government as to the relevance of 75 years old colonial sedition law. Predominantly, the court expressed concern with regard to the misuse of the law and no accountability of the executive. The sedition law, as contained in section 124A of the Indian Penal Code, makes any speech or expression that brings or attempts to bring into hatred or contempt or excites or attempts to excite disaffection towards the government established by law in India, a criminal offense, punishable with a maximum sentence of life imprisonment. The offense is not bailable. And incidentally, the law has been held to be constitutionally valid by the Indian Supreme Court itself way back in 1962. Now, let me give you my perspective on this situation. Well, there are bad laws and then there are necessary laws. Or I can even say there are necessary laws and reasonable laws also. Insofar as bad laws are concerned, they obviously need to be struck down. But necessary laws sometimes get bad name because of their mishandling, misuse, and erroneous implementation. In such cases, the laws can be tweaked and some strict framework of implementation can be incorporated into the law. We can take some global examples. For instance, Australia's sedition laws got amended in the form of anti-terrorism legislation way back in 2005, thereby revising definitions and increasing penalties as well in the modified and improved law. Sedition laws have been seen as enfeeblement. In other words, decline in intensity, even in Canada, Germany, and Spain, and England as well, by the way, from whom we inherited our sedition law. The sedition laws there are largely, considered as offenses by an alien. Yes. But our society is obviously not comparable to England or Canada because we share territorial boundaries with some hostile and aggressive neighbors. Sedition laws in India could well be brought under anti-terrorism laws with strict legal checks and vigil. In most nations, sedition is a non-civilian offense, applying predominantly, to military personnel. A civilian can fall under an ordinary criminal offense, or if it is of grave nature or violent, it may also qualify as an act of terrorism, as is in the United States of America and many other nations. We must realize that we are living in a dangerous world and in highly hazardous circumstances. So we need to make our nation safer for our children. So sedition law, according